Hello everyone, welcome back to the United Phoenix Empire of Hoscaria, and in this video I'm mainly just going to be covering the what it means to be a micronationalist and how to go about being a true micronationalist. Now, to start with, let's talk about what a micronationalist is. Micronationalist is someone who is the leader of a micro country, a small country. Now, this can come in various different sizes, but the main type is a person who forms their own constitution, dresses up like me, and basically says, I claim whatever land I say I claim, and I'm the leader of that now. Now, you're not going to get any recognition by doing that, but there is ways to get recognition if that's what you're going for. For instance, if you're looking to be inducted into the United Nations, first of all, if you start it in your lifetime, you may not see it in your lifetime. So, that's just something to consider, that, just because you start something, you may not live to see the results. In fact, that's true with anything. If you create a family, you'll never see the end of that bloodline. You may, but it's not something that you might see in your lifetime. So, just because you start something like a micronation in your lifetime, you may never see your goals that you want to complete in your lifetime. But that's not, I'm not saying that to discourage you, because, I'm just trying to be realistic about things, and already me wanting to start a country is very unrealistic. So, if we're going to sit here and talk about realism, let's start out with, what is a normal country? What's a macronation? A macronation is a nation that is fully recognized by other countries. Think Japan, China, America, Britain, Zimbabwe. Just any nation that is recognized by other nations. If you can name the nation, it's a macronation. So, pretty much that's what macronations and micronations are. So, the next part of a nation is you have to have territory. A nation cannot be a nation without without owning territory. So, well, I call myself a micronation. I'm not a nation yet. I'm not a macronation. My nation is not something that is recognized. Now, given that fact, I do strive to become a nation, and I do strive to be something more than just this. And there's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people that don't want to go beyond just having fun. But there's people who actually want to be kings, queens, presidents, leaders. And for those people, it's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be something you wake up and look forward to every day. There's people that will be there and laugh it off as a joke. There'll be people who will sit there and say, "Oh yeah, nice joke," but you're sitting there serious about your goals, and No, everyone just laughs it off. Don't worry about that. That's going to happen because those people are looking at things through their eyes, through their viewpoint. So if you have these things going on in your life, just keep fighting because there is people who will try and push you down because your goals seem crazy. They seem different. But this is what you signed up for when you said, I'm a micronationalist. I'm going to be more than, excuse me, I'm going to be more than a micronationalist. I'm going to be someone who, I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to be someone who changed the world. And that's what people want to do, really. They want to be something. They want to be someone. Not all people want to be someone. They don't want everyone to know their name. I don't. I mean, like, my main reasoning for starting Huscaria was to help people because I saw the world going in a direction that wasn't going to benefit anyone. So I decided to start my own nation to distance myself from the rest of the nations that are just taking advantage of their people. Me, what I want to do, I want to bring back freedom to people. I want to make people happy. Now, you can't make everyone happy. Everyone's going to be someone's going to be dissatisfied with something. Someone is going to be upset about something. There's always going to be an opposition. There's always going to be someone there that says, I don't agree with that. And that's okay. You don't want someone to always agree with you. You don't want yes men. Because you can be about ready to commit an atrocity and someone will say, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. That's a good thing. And you wouldn't know the difference because everyone around you telling you, yeah, do that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So you want opposition. You want people to tell you when you are doing something dumb. But you don't want complete opposition. If everyone is against you, then there's a problem. It's not the world that's the problem. It's you that's the problem. Now, that's not always the case. There are certain cases where, things have happened and lies have been told and things have been pushed against people, but it's not always the case. But that's not something that should let you down. Your nation should be something that you want to see prosper. You would want to live in it as a citizen, as a commoner. See, I am a king, but if I don't see what I want, if I don't want to live in my nation because I see it as crazy, then I'm not going to do it. For example, if I create a law that is just completely crazy and upsets a bunch of people, I don't know, like mandatory vaccinations, I don't know, then I wouldn't want to live in that country. And, I know where I want to live in a nation. I want to live in a nation of freedom, a nation of peace, a nation where its own citizens are put forward in the lives of the government. I would put my life on the line for the people of Huscaria because they all look to me. They look to me for guidance. They look to me for leadership. And that's not something that I can just break trust on. They trust me to do my job. And that's what I'm going to do. So, land is very important to a micronation. Trust in the citizens is very important. What's next? Well, that's up to you. Do you want to create a currency? It needs a backing. You can't make a fiat currency because fiat currencies are useless. their basic trust in the government. And, it's no good. You need your currency to be backed by something. And that is usually gold, silver, or other precious metals. Personally, starting out, my currency is going to be rather worthless because it's going to be backed by aluminum and copper and other less precious metals. But my point is that you have to have your currency backed by something, but you also have to, make sure there's some value to it, because otherwise it's not going to be very useful. But there's currency. You can make your own national identity with a flag, constitution. But see, that stuff's not strictly needed. I mean, a constitution is important if you're wanting to lay down the law on your human rights, because that's kind of important to make sure your citizens are all taken care of. Sorry, my nose is a little stopped up. It's allergy season around here. But yeah, just keep fighting for your goals. Have your goals set, because if you don't have any goals, your nation's already dead. If you don't have anything to look forward to, then you don't have a nation. You just have an idea. And that's what I feel like I'm at right now. I mean, like, I'm doing a lot of good things with my nation. I'm doing a lot of impressive things for myself. I'm like, if myself from several years ago saw what I'm doing now, he'd be pretty surprised. He'd be pretty excited. But it's just taken so long to do it that it feels like I'm just trudging along. But that's a problem, because if I continuously feel like nothing's happening, I'll get impatient. And that's where a lot of leaders fail, not having enough patience. And that's another big part of micronationalism. You're not going to do this overnight. And that's what I said at the beginning, because, you may not see it in your lifetime. Because, I mean, the people who settled in Rome didn't see the height of Roman life. They didn't see the fall of Rome. I bet they didn't even really see the Roman Colosseum when they first settled there. I highly doubt it. So, I mean, you may not see the end of your goals. But you just gotta see, if you see the end of your goals, you don't have anything else to fight for. You don't have anything to keep pushing forward to. So never finish your goals completely. Never say, I'm done. Because the moment you're done, you're right. You're done. What else are you going to do? So always have something to obtain. Always have something to keep fighting for. And you'll be happy in life, because you're always pushing towards more. You're always pushing towards something. Because, I mean, like, for Huscaria, if we get one plot of land, what we're going to do next is get enough citizens to get another plot of land. So we can get another plot. So we can have enough to call ourselves a nation, and not just be those crazy people in that farm out in the middle of wherever. So yeah, overall, have patience, keep fighting, have goals, don't ever get complacent. You'll be a great leader. Thank you, and good night.